Bygones is... alright. That's really all it is. At base, it's a 390 pulse rifle that suffers from being a free burst with a low RPM, making it the longest time to kill pulse rifle type in all the game. However, its pop wall is incredibly good, which makes up for its tendency to feel average in most cases. Especially in the lobbies I got the week I recorded and read the script, where most of the time I'd get beat out before really being able to take advantage of the gun. However, in the class-based trials week on Cirrus Plaza, it is the second most used weapon, topping both Graviton Lance and Elsie's rifle, which makes sense due to Cirrus Plaza being a very vertical map and its power positions being primarily ones on higher services, so the main role of Bygones being the one with high ground, it's going to perform well on the map, and I would argue its performance as a whole is mainly map and lobby based, as it's a lot harder to use it when you don't have higher ground, or set higher ground is where everyone on the map knows you're going to be. So with all that said, onto the actual review. Bygones is a 390 RPM pulse rifle originally introduced in Forsaken, as part of the original Gambit loot set alongside greats such as Parcel of Stardust, Pillager, Trust, The Long Goodbye, and Bad Omens. Stat-wise, the Bygones has 48 range, 55 stability, 46 handling, 46 reload speed, 61 bullet mag, 17 zoom, and 10 AE with 69 recoil direction. In the third column, it has Outlaw, Under Pressure, Shoot to Loot, Keep Away, To the Pain, Zen Moment, Rangefinder, Subsistence, Perpetual Motion, Attrition Orbs, Demolitionist, and a new perk called Lone Wolf. It's grants bullet magnetism, AE, and ADS speed with an increased effect when allies are nearby. In the fourth column, it then has Kill Clip, Headseeker, Kinetic Tremors, Desperate Measures, Vorpal Weapon, Desperado, Eye of the Storm, High Ground, Firefly, Osmosis, Frenzy, and Closing Time, the second new perk of the season, which increases range, accuracy, and handling as the magazine gets lower. And, by the way, this is an objectively better opening shot, especially for shotguns. In PvE, Bygones actually has bonus options for anyone that may be lacking a kinetic pulse rifle, such as Smiled Moraine, which Bygones is directly competing with considering both are free-to-play weapons in the same archetype, and both have Demolitionist and Firefly, which is a very good role for both pulses, as Firefly's explosion and precision kill will count as weapon kills, therefore granting progress for Demolitionist. Frenzy as usual is generally a nice option for Bygones, but then the gun lacks an AoE perk, which is not really good in the current age of every activity having a minimum of 20 ads on screen at all times. In higher level content mode like GMs and Master Knife Wars, I could see it being useful, although I'd rather Vorpal or Kinetic Tremors at that point for dealing with champions. Especially when Kinetic Tremors nicely pairs with Shoot to Loot and will pick up both orbs and ammo and reload your guns for you. In PvP, the usual options are there. Keep Away gives a bit of range and bullet mag, Zen is brokenly good at removing your recoil and flinch as usual, which is especially apparent on a already stable archetype such as Bygones. Perpetual Motion is here and is good as it brings the overall stats up past exotic levels, and Lone Wolf is nice here but not really great compared to the other options. The fourth column then opens you up to some interesting choices, and while I personally think you should just use one of them as specific as it's obviously the best option here, I will still go over the other ones. For a dueling role, Headseeker and Eye of the Storm both make appearances here. Headseeker being actually useful for once, as Bygones will 2-burst Guardians and break freeze roll if you hit a body shot, which explains why everyone who had that role would do so well against me, as I didn't know that beforehand. And Eye of the Storm is just universally great for duels due to the amount of bullet mag it grants you at the end of a duel, allowing you to easily finish it off if you manage to struggle hitting shots with this thing, as it's a free pulse, they're meant to be easy to use. When it comes to perks better at keeping streaks up and just mowing down enemies, Desperate Measures will give you a 15% buff, which is enough for 2 bursts after a kill, and as usual doesn't require a reload. However, Kill Clip, its usual contender, is still good as it grants you a 25% damage buff, which is mainly for the extra range you'll want, as 340s are usually used at longer ranges than the Bygones can keep up with even with a high range roll. And it will be even more apparent when fighting an aggressive or heavy burst frame pulse, as they innately have a higher range than any other pulse archetype. Desperado is also still a good pick as usual, but that will require you to hit all 7 shots for that 0.73 time to kill. So the main perk in my opinion is going to be High Ground. While this perk doesn't have the best reputation, that is primarily because they just haven't put on any weapons where the damage wrist actually makes enough of a difference. And here, it absolutely makes a difference. Not only do you get the ability to 2-burst on kill, but you also effectively have a neutral so long as the map and your positioning is good. High ground, for those who don't know, because I can't imagine most people have used it, grants you a 15% damage boost in PvP for shooting an enemy that is only 1 meter below you. On 390s, this is scarily good, as even a 5% damage bonus would allow them to 2-burst. And here it is a 15% damage boost. So it is my personal recommendation that you go for high ground in specific, alongside Zen or keep away, as since you'll be playing elevated cover with this, it's likely you'll be shooting players much further back, so you'll want as much range as possible. However, of course, Zen moment is Zen moments, and reducing flinch and recoil is incredibly good. When choosing between the two, I would say to run keep away if you need to fix the recoil direction with arrowhead or chambered. But if you're using a caliber mod, have extended barrel, or just don't mind and have hammer forged or full bore on this, I would use Zen moments, as basically the recoil won't matter then, as I've already stated. Something also to mention with high ground, and what you'll probably see me trying to utilize in the background, is that you can use stasis crystals as platforms to create an elevated surface, which will then allow you to shoot down from wherever you place it. However, this does take a bit of learning, and I haven't managed to actually really utilize it outside of a few situations. However, for someone who does know how to make use of them consistently, I would recommend bringing out a Renewal's Grasp build, or just Glacial Grenade on Titan to truly become one with your gargoyle animal spirit. So yeah, that's all I've got to say about Bygones. Make sure to go out and get it where you still can before perks get fixed and waiting is no longer a thing, because apparently we've had perk waiting since whoever knows how long, and that's all I really have to say. Like, comment if you've enjoyed the usual stuff, and adios.